Here with the Tribal Chief. What's good, Mr. Bozy?
Everything good, brother. How about with you, brother?
Oh, man, I'm chilling. All right, you 6-0 this month, right?
Yes.
Got 2 more fights.
All right.
Your man Andy Cruz is fighting Antonio Moran. How you feeling about that fight?
Antonio Moran?
Yeah.
I think that Andy should do well with this guy. You know what I mean? I've seen the guy fight before. He's an all right fighter too. So we got plans for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Andy's only 3 fights and already been in there with a guy that's been in there with top guys.
Right.
I think Antonio Moran got close to like 40 fights.
Exactly.
What about Andy's skill set makes you feel comfortable that you can just throw him in there with veterans like that?
Well, when Andy came to me, Andy already could fight. You know what I mean? But he had mostly like the amateur style. So all I did was add on. I had the pro style to him, where he had to move so much, where he can catch shots and stuff. You know what I mean? And fight inside when he had to fight inside. And you know what I mean? And that's the only transition I made. The one thing about Andy, everything I tell him to do, he listens, and that's why he look good when he doing it.
Now, most amateur fighters are really fast starters. They, from the first 3 rounds, they come out guns a-blazing. Andy's a little different. Andy normally picks up after 3 rounds.
Yes, he takes his time. He takes his time, go out there and feel the guy out, and see where they're coming from. And then after the 3 rounds, he start picking up. You saw that yourself. But I was telling him, a lot of times you're going to start off early, man. Start off early. Don't start off slow sometimes. So a lot of times you start off slow, the other guys start off fast, and it's going to be a different situation.
How do you feel about his development now that you got 3 fights in him, 3 camps?
Well, when he first came to me, like I said, he fit right in with us. You know what I mean? Have fun, we play and all that stuff. But when it comes down to training, he's a serious fighter. You know what I mean? And that first fight I had with him, he did good. You know what I mean? And I told everybody the next fight he's gonna be better. And then the next fight after that he's gonna be better. And everybody came to me and said, "Man, what did you do to him?" I said, "No, I mean, all I do is keep on training." And it's still in his mind that he ain't got to move so much sometimes. Sometimes he can stay right there in the pocket and catch the shots and come back off the shots. You know what I mean? Add my stuff with his stuff, I mean, he's going to be a complete fighter.
When do you feel like he'll be ready for 12-round fights?
Well, right now he can do 12 rounds. You know what I mean? But, next year, I think by next year he should be ready for a fight for a world title. You know what I mean? Or end of this year.
Another fighter that you just started training, Big Baby Miller.
Right.
He's facing Andy Ruiz, and that shit is going to be a fan-friendly fight.
Another good fight, yeah.
One, how did you get Big Baby, and what's your thoughts on that fight?
Well, I got a phone call, and they asked me would I like to train Big Baby. I said, oh yeah, I mean, bring him on down. Like I always say, I'll take a look at him, see what we're working with, you know what I mean? Came down, me and him talk, and he fit right on in too, you know what I mean? And I try to instill a lot of stuff that I instilled in Andy into him, you know what I mean? With the defense, and I ain't having that long though, but he picked up a lot of stuff too, you know what I mean?
What's the biggest difference between training a heavyweight and training smaller fighters?
The biggest difference? Oh, you got to stay on the heavyweights. You got to stay on them, man. Make sure they're doing everything right. And see, a lot of times, they get lazy, you know what I mean? But he started picking up, man. He was picking up stuff real quick, man. He would do what I tell him to do, you know what I mean? So, I think he should be okay with this fight. I think he's going to want to win it. He's going to probably stop him, too.
What does Andy Ruiz bring to the table that can make this a difficult fight?
Well, Andy's a good fighter. He can jab. He kind of quick, you know what I mean? And he moves pretty good, though. You know what I mean? But if he coming straight at us, it's going to be a good night. You know what I mean? He better have a different way to come at us, though. You know what I mean? He better not just come straight at us. If he comes straight at us, the fight's over.
How long does it take for the Bozy Ennis style to, I guess, a fighter to adapt or add, parts of that?
Sometimes it take a while. Then sometimes they just pick right up. Like, with Andy picked right up real quick with it. He picked up, man, you know what I mean? Because like I said, he like to have fun, and that's what I always tell him, guys. Have fun doing what you're doing. you don't have fun doing this, don't do it no more. And he picked it right on up. You know what I mean? And Jarrell ain't been with me that long though, but he's picking up a lot of stuff though. You know what I mean?
Another fight on the card. Terence Crawford's facing Israil Madrimov. First fight at 154 pounds.
Right.
Madrimov, decorated amateur.
Yeah.
What you think of that?
What I think it's going to be a good fight. But I got Terence stopping him, man. I got Terence beating him and stopping him. Remember, Terence is a great boxer, man. He can box, he can move, he sets you up, and he's a good counter puncher, man. I don't see that boy beating Terence, man, at all. I don't see him beating out there. I mean, the guy, he can punch. I mean, that's what I see. All I see is he can punch. And, you know what I mean, his defense is not that tight to me. You know what I mean? They say he moved, but I didn't see him. I've seen a few fighters, a few of his fights. But I ain't seen all that much movement. You know what I mean? I seen him coming forward a lot. You know what I mean? You do that with Terence, I think it's going to be a night-night.
I saw he falls into a lot of his shots.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
Can you constantly show an A-level fighter the same mistake over and over again before they capitalize?
An A-level fighter?
Yeah, like a top fighter like Terence Crawford. Like, it seems like he has that one issue where Madrimov's going to fall in.
And once he fall in, Terence going to counter that. You know, Terence is good setting up shots, man. You know what I mean? And he got a good jab. He got a good right hand. Then he switches on you. You know what I mean? You know when he switches, it's over. Most of the time, the fight is going out. They're going to sweep once he switches on you. You know what I mean? Then all the corner what he's going to do this time. But I still got Terence beating him. Stopping him, too.
Now, is the weight going to play any role? Like, this is Terence's first fight at 54.
Man. I don't
so
think
he
so.
could be, you know, when dudes move up, they really, really feel good because they get to eat.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a problem, man. Terence been at that weight for a while. Just like when he was at 140, remember? At 140.
Yeah.
Same thing. You know what I mean? You know, look at Boots. You see him at 154, 160 in his sparring, and when he's going up, 68, he's still strong.
Yo.
And sharp.
Dudes don't even realize he's going to be better at 54 and 60 than he is at 47.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? Then you got Terence is almost similar. They're almost similar because Terence be boxing bigger guys like Boots. Had to box bigger guys. Some guys his weight don't want to box him.
Speaking of boxing bigger guys, did you see him spar Andre Ward?
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you watch the work?
Yeah, that was good. That was a good little sparring. But I don't know how was they turning it up. They don't look like they wouldn't turn up to me. It looked like they was just going through the motion. You know what I mean? But they was boxing. You know what I mean? Hitting each other though. But it wasn't nobody trying to really hurt nobody. You know what I mean?
What do you get from like technical work like that with a bigger guy who's A-level with an IQ like that?
What you get with that, you get the weight. You got his weight difference. You know what I mean? You been working in it with a bigger guy like that, and you handling a big guy like that, you ain't got to worry about no guy at your weight. I'm like, you know what I mean? You got to worry about nobody at your weight, like 154 or 147. If you handling guys at like 175, 180, you know what I mean? You be boxing them guys, used to carrying that weight around. You know what I mean? You don't have no problem fighting them guys.
Last question. Mm-hmm. Your man, Isaac Cruz.
Yeah.
He's facing Rayo Valenzuela.
That's a good fight, too.
That's going to be a banger.
That's another good fight, man.
It's going to be a banger.
Yeah.
What you think about that fight?
I think, I'll say, let me see, man. That Pitbull, though, because you hit Pitbull, he got that short neck. He don't have no neck, man, so it's hard to knock him out. So, and Rayo can punch, though. So, it's who gets to who first, man. And I think, Pitbull got the advantage. You know what I mean? He got the advantage. So if I want to bet my money, I probably would bet on Pitbull.
Now, this is Pitbull's second fight at 40. This is Rayo's first fight
at
40. Rayo was kind of big 35.
Right.
So is this a situation, you know, Mexican versus Mexican, they come out swinging.
Right.
So how long till a fight breaks out?
How long till a fight break out?
Yeah.
Not that long. It's gonna be just like that, man. Gonna be like that. I mean, soon that bell ring, man. Everything gonna break out.
Does this fight go to a distance?
No. It don't go a distance at all.
Straight knockout?
Straight knockout, man. Or somebody gonna throw the towel in. But I think it's gonna be a knockout.